Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about a lot to talk about, lots to discuss, especially when it comes to our Judice and Salt Lake City family. I feel like this is just like the never ending controversy. So, yeah, we're going to jump into it. But before we do, I did want to say going into next week, Jason and I are leaving to Orlando on Wednesday for our birthday trip, which I'm so excited about. We get to go hang out with our friends and see some family. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're only going for 3 days, but I will be working every single day. You guys know me. I can't take a day off. And next week, Gelsey will be in Puerto Rico, which means I will be doing Anchor Watch with Jason. So, hi, I'm your new co host. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay. Anyways, smash the like button, show some love, and let's go. All right, guys. So we've heard a lot of controversy right now with Teresa Judice, especially because she was on WGN. I believe it was Chicago, and she ended up exiting out of this TV interview. I said the same thing that other people have said, and I've also received a lot of backlash for it. I think that she should have exited the interview. I think that if you're going on to promote something and people are going to tell you, we're not going to ask you certain questions, then you honor that. You know, you guys don't know this, but when I would do, and I haven't done them in so long, Bravo interviews or interviews with different celebrities or Bravo celebrities, I would always have the questions. They would have to be filtered. I would have to do a Zoom call. Nothing could be live. And if there was something that they didn't like, they would chime into the Zoom. So I would have to edit that out. It's like, it's a big deal. So when you're on live TV, you kind of get a little bit more grace in the sense that you can go in with that Oprah moment. But I do find it to be a little bullshit, to be honest with you. But now, moving on. Joe Giudice is now asking President Trump for a presidential pardon. So he posted heartfelt photos with his daughters, Gia, Gabriella, Melania, Adriana, which is so crazy to see that they're 24, 21, 19, and 15. And honestly, in his message, he said, I'm Joe Giudice. I served my time and I've been deported from the US for nearly a decade. I was raised in Jersey. I'm a father of 4 amazing daughters, and I just want to be allowed to visit them again. President Trump, I respect you, and I'm asking for a second chance. At real Donald Trump, at Donald Trump Jr. Um, I listen. Do I think that this is going to work out in his favor? I think that it's a reach, but did I think that it was going to work out in the Chrisleys' favor? No. To be honest with you, I didn't. I didn't think that this was going to work out. So if it's working out for him and this actually does come to fruition, then listen, the guy did what he did what he thought was right in order to get home to be with his daughters. And you can see some of the messages. Let's start with actually this one. Siggy Flicker said, I'm trying. Joe should be back home with his beautiful daughters. Joe Giudice said, pretty much, thank you. I love you, Dad. Melania Giudice, hearts, hearts. Gia Giudice, I love you. Teresa with praying hands and a heart emoji. So they are all trying to get him back. But in 2013, Joe and his ex-wife Teresa were convicted of federal fraud charges, and Joe served 41 months and Teresa served 11. But after prison, Joe was deported back to Italy in 2019, and now he lives in the Bahamas. So it was earlier this year where Joe mentioned having a lawyer working on a citizenship case, but no progress has been made, and his embassy visa request was rejected. But Teresa responded on Instagram, again with the prayer and heart emojis, and his daughters did too as well. But Joe emphasized that Trump previously pardoned fellow reality stars Todd and Julie Chrisley, implying that he hopes for similar mercy. And I think a lot of people right now are reaching out to Trump. You see Simon Gobadia reaching out to Trump. You see R. Kelly reaching out to Trump. You see Diddy's camp reaching out to Trump for pardons. I don't know if in fact this is going to work out the way that they hope it will. I also think that with Joe Giudice, if in fact he was to be pardoned, I think that it would be at the end of President Trump's presidency, where it's like the last few minutes where they just write whatever pardons they want, yada yada. You know, I don't think that right now that's at the forefront of the mind. But moving on. Meili Workman apparently has turned down a season 6 contract. Now, I don't know if you guys remember Meili Workman. She was not very influential on the show. She was a friend of Whitney Rose, and she appeared on Salt Lake City season 5 for around 10 to 15 minutes, and she disappeared after a Milwaukee trip. But she got a contract offer for season 6, and despite the fact that she was on our screens for minimal time, she claims that Bravo offered her a contract for season 6, saying that, well, listen, this was how they approached me, and she did this during an Ask Me Anything. Now, she also said that she received the paperwork but chose not to sign, effectively turning down the opportunity and exiting the Salt Lake City franchise. But fans previously speculated that Bravo omitted her due to her divisive social media posts or lack of storyline impact. I think that she did have a huge lack of storyline impact, but I also talked to other people who were a part of the show. And what I gathered from it was that she actually lived quite a bit away, a ways from where all of the other women were filming, and they would hit her last minute with scheduling and trying to get her to film certain things, you know, like here's our roll call, here's where you guys are supposed to be at what times. And she had kids, she has kids, and so I think that that was not as easy for her, because especially when you live a little bit further away, I think it just created a difficult situation for her. But Meili apparently will join Angie Harrington and Dana, yeah, as I guess short-lived friends of the show. Angie Harrington never came back. Dana never came back. All main season 5 cast members are expected to be back for season 6. And Lisa Barlow has teased that there is some unresolved drama. But on top of Lisa Barlow, we also have technically, we have Brittany Bateman, who is also teasing that there is going to be some drama. And she's saying that it's going to revolve around Bronwyn Newport with these fraud allegations. I'm not actually sure if this is going to be what happens, but I think that at the end of the day, I think that Salt Lake City does a great job at not necessarily letting us know everything that's going on. So yes, do I want to see it? 100%. Do I think that it's going to be good? 100%. Do I feel like it could maybe sway in a different direction? Only if, in fact, what they're saying in the media is not true. But listen, I'm a bitch that just wants to know. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know. I want to know if it's good. I want to know if it's not good. I want to know what the fuck I'm watching. So with that, I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section, please. We're getting ready to go into the weekend. It's Friday. Happy Friday. And we have Hot Messy Topics today on Up and Adam Channel 1. And that's going to be with Jason. And then next week for Anchor Watch, I'm going to be your guest co-host for the next 2 weeks. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well. I love you guys so much, and we will see you so very soon. Bye. See ya.